So now we move on to item 13, the closeout report for the Council Voice Upgrade Project. Now this is further information. This report has already been in front of us some months ago, so this is just responding to a request for further information that came at that time. Is there anything, we'll take the report as read, is there anything to say about this?
Thank you, Chair. I'll just make some comments just to recap where we've got to. Presented obviously pre-lockdown. Number of additional questions asked at the time. In order to answer, we've had to go through a lot of archive documents. The people who made the investment decisions have all since departed council, so everything's come out of the TRIM archives. Project objectives: replace past end-of-life system, provide new ways of working, collaboration, digital workplace environment, and de-risk what we currently had at the time. It was originally part of a much larger piece of work. Given the size of the project, it was decided at the time to pull it out as its own project scope and benefits. That also brought it up to a different governance level. As a capital project, it came in under budget by several $100,000. Realised a good number of the benefits as well. And I think during the lockdown period, we set up Skype for Business to thousands of staff within a 2-day period. Delivered all the functionality we originally installed it for. It's now part of the Microsoft suite of products. So Excel, Outlook, Word, etc. Microsoft now owns Skype, and the Microsoft future for it is called Microsoft Teams, that we're currently exploring as well. And I also understand some users in the chamber also trialled other alternatives during lockdown. So I'll leave it at that, and obviously we've got Simon here, who's the CIO. We've got Yvette, who's the Digital Operations Manager, and obviously I'm IT Programme Planning Manager, so any questions, happy to answer.
Thank you, and of course, yeah, as you quite rightly say, the big thing that's happened in between first considering this and considering this additional information is that we did have that 7 weeks or whatever it was of level 4 and then level 3, where some of the features that you've referred to really became much more essential than perhaps we'd ever believed that they would be.
Yeah, I think it's a fair comment. Yeah.
Great, thank you very much. So are there any questions on this? All right, so Yanni?
Yeah, I was just reading that we spent all this money and now we're going to go to Microsoft Teams because Microsoft's stopping support. So, I mean, I guess just that short-term nature of a huge investment and we're going to a new system. Was that kind of, that's just an
I can answer that
4.5.
Yeah, I can answer that, Yanni. This initiative in the current project we're closing out here started about 5 years ago. Skype was the technology in the market at the time. The investment in this allowed us to do quite a significant re-platforming of the communication platform. We're now in a much better stead to put smaller amounts of investment to get us up different step points into the new products. It's like Teams, for example, the next generation of Skype. So I think we've got about 200,000 earmarked in the capital portfolio to support that, not the 1 point or whatever it is in here.
So it's not a lot of wasted money. It's basically we've changed the underlying foundations.
Correct.
We now just need a little bit more to change to a similar system rather than a lot more.
It's changing to a system that will replace the Skype for Business functionality but provide a higher quality service and better functionality that aligns to some alternative options that some of you have been using as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right.
And just, I guess the one thing that I'm still a little bit concerned about is the disaster recovery component. So is that going to be added into the new system that we're going to?
It's so the current setup we've got at the moment, although it doesn't have disaster recovery, is in a high availability environment, but we don't have a site sitting somewhere else that's got a hot standby to launch off should the current data centre fall over. The new model we're moving to with Microsoft Teams, which we're exploring at the moment, will be making use of Microsoft's global cloud, based out of Sydney and coming on region into New Zealand over the next year or so. So we're kind of now in the domain of playing in the global cloud environment and all the good disaster recovery that comes with it. Yeah, but it wasn't right to do it within this project because the cost profile was much higher than the risk trade-offs, and knowing we had high availability but not DR. That makes sense.
Great, thank you. No further questions. Sam, you're happy to move this. Tim, you're happy to second. Any comment? Any debate? All those in favour say aye. Against? That's carried. Thank you very much.
Thank you.